Hi, my name is Lauren Haynes. I am a registered nurse here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I currently work for Novant Health. I am on an adult inpatient oncology unit. We see ages 18 and up for solid tumors, GYN cancers, breast cancers, blood disorders, and stem cells. I have currently been there about a year and I have other experience. I work part time in a long term facility. I've been there about a year, and then I also pick up in an adult behavioral health facility that does some children as well, but it only goes down to about age 13. My group debated the House Joint Resolution 627, which was made in reference to New York's bill that had abortions were allowed up until the moment that the woman had the baby. So our group argued for and against, and the points that I found that were important for the House Joint Resolution would limit this New York bill saying that you could not have an abortion that late. And that the good points for limiting it. There have been research done that fetuses about 12 weeks can feel pain. So if you were to abort a baby at 40 weeks, that would be questionable to say that this is a living human being that can feel everything and anything, and you just did probably one of the worst things that you could: cause pain, killed a life without them having any say in it. Another reason to support this bill is limiting what someone can do, but also still providing the option for a woman to have an abortion if it's medically necessary, or if finances, or if the baby was born out of rape, or just whatever the reason is. It still helps being pro-choice for a woman and deciding what is best for her in this situation, but at the same time limiting the time frame to when she can attempt to have the abortion. The stances against this House Joint Resolution, and basically supporting to keep the New York bill in place, is that it's a woman's choice, a woman's body. At any point in time, they can decide what they need done. If we limit what they can have done, then who's to say that they will actually get what medical help they need? And then if they don't get the medical help they need and they do what they feel is necessary at 30 weeks because they can't go to an office to have it done, then they may have outcomes that are not favorable for them. And then we're dealing with more medical stuff that is brought on to this woman because as a society, we don't have anything open options that she feels is what she wants to do. So for me, I personally support this House Joint Resolution 627 to be passed. I personally feel that pro-choice, it should be there as an option for a woman to choose to have an abortion if she feels necessary. But I believe that we need to limit how far along she is to have one done, because I believe that at a certain point, a fetus is a human being, and if we are to abort it at 30 weeks, 28 weeks, then that is a human being that did not have a say in what happened to them, and we're letting somebody else decide it for them. I completely agree with all of the stuff that we said for and against, and I feel this House Joint Resolution is highly debatable because we all have our strong opinions and feelings towards this topic. But I think in the long run, as long as the option is there for the woman to have things done that she needs medically, and we have the services available, the limits put on it as far as time frame should not hinder it. This bill was brought into place in April 2019, and it was actually passed on first reading. Um, I personally think that this bill is necessary to keep in a lot more places, because I feel that all these women out there that feel that they're in a hard spot should have medical necessities to decide what they would like to decide, not based off of trying to figure out how to do it themselves, but to have everything available to have it done professionally, to be monitored medically, and not have outcomes that will hurt them in the long run when they might not be in a position that they can afford to have a baby, or it's just not right, or the situation isn't appropriate, or medically this child has no quality of life and they have had to make this decision. So I am in support of House Joint Resolution 627.